Hey, good morning, friends. Mark here, and I'm getting ready to go out to work for my day job, fight the traffic to good old West Virginia. I got to get ready to start building a storage shed. Um, but I have to address this stuff. It's amazing how, like, Emily Ann, great fan out there, she's always sending me stuff. And, it's like one of those things that it's just nasty and ugly and disgusting, but you have to look. People say, "Oh, look at how gross this is." He's like, "No, I don't want to see it," but then you still look. It's like gore. You don't want to see blood and guts everywhere, but you can't help but look. Now I gotta go ahead. This is just getting crazy. I understand it now. I understand Jabba the Hutt here. I'm sorry, Jason Whitlock. Sorry, I get the two confused. He realizes Stephen A. Smith made a name for himself because he hated the Dallas Cowboys. Because he went through and was always talking about the delusional Dallas Cowboys. They can't stay off the weed, and battling against Skip, you know, about how bad the Cowboys were. He developed a brand, a name, a strategy, and an empire. And they say the highest form of flattery is imitation. If somebody looks at you and decides, I want to be like you, I want to do what you do, you can't ask for more than that. And that's where we are with Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt realizes I can make a name for myself by hating Dak Prescott. And every day he tries to take it up to another level. And this is, every time I think I've seen the biggest pile of crap that we could from this guy, he finds a way to top it. And this is just ridiculous. Because I think about what sports used to be. Sports used to be, you would see the highlights, you'd hear the statistics. I'm sorry, you'd see the highlights, you hear the statistics and things, and you could come up with your own conclusion. But now it's all about how crazy I can look, how loud I can be, and how I can tell you what you're supposed to think. And we're talking about shading the facts or just making shit up because that's literally what Jabba the Hutt does. Let's just listen to this whole pile of crap that he's got.
Not disrespected. Saying it would be a mistake for the Cowboys to pay Dak $30 million isn't disrespect. It's common sense. To stop the delusional Dak sanity. Former NFL quarterback Sean Salisbury is the latest talking head to get swept up in Dak sanity. Dak sanity is a CTE complication that causes football experts to argue that Dak deserves the kind of money earned by Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, and Matt Ryan simply because Dak was on the roster when the Cowboys won 30 regular season games over the last 3 seasons. Salisbury, now a radio host in Houston, appeared on the Dan Patrick radio show yesterday and proclaimed that Dak is the most underrated quarterback in the NFL and is extremely disrespected. The NFL Network's Bucky Brooks, someone I consider the smartest man in football, is the ringleader of Dak sanity. You heard him right here on this show spewing Dak delusion.
The problem that people have is, for whatever reason, Dak Prescott is not viewed as a franchise quarterback. But I challenge Cowboy fans. Do you remember Quincy Carter? Do you remember Chad Hutchinson? How about Drew Henson?
Why
How did you like those days?
Fans, Bucky?
Because that's what the issue is.
That's
the issue.
No,
That's the issue.
Bucky's not alone. Our man TJ Houshmandzadeh is part of the Dak sanity movement too.
Like, Dak Prescott got to be the most disrespected player in the league, bro. It's by everybody.
Stop it. Dak sanity is a different form of capernicking. There's nothing we love to do more than give black quarterbacks bad advice. When Colin Kaepernick was burning up money in his NFL career with his "Hey, look at me" anthem protest, the media Kaepernick spent all year applauding his self-destructive publicity stunt / temper tantrum. You ever see a media Kaepernick protest social injustice on their job? The media love to give black quarterbacks advice they wouldn't follow themselves. No one in the media, not Sean Salisbury, not Bucky Brooks, not my guy, that dude, believes Dak Prescott is a top 10 NFL quarterback. So how is it disrespectful to say Dak doesn't deserve a contract that would pay him like he's a top 5 passer? It's not. It's common sense. Dak's sanity is going to destroy Dak Prescott. This kid had a hell of a brand, a hell of a reputation. Everyone liked Dak Prescott. He was an underdog story. Yesterday, a friend from Texas sent me an internet meme mocking Prescott. It showed a man smoking crack, and the caption read, "The moment before Dak asked for $40 million.
Pookie!
Every day of Dak's sanity is a bad day for Dak Prescott. The longer his contract dispute plays out publicly, the more damage is done to his brand in the minds of football fans and his Cowboys teammates. He looks greedy and delusional. The constant conversation about what Dak is really worth is poison inside the Cowboys locker room. Dak's teammates don't suffer from Dak's sanity. They have Dak envy. They're looking at a guy who is on the cusp of being paid much more than he's worth. A football locker room is no different from any workplace. Do you like and respect your highly overpaid coworker? You know who benefits from Dak's sanity? Dak's agent, Todd France. If France can get Prescott overpaid, it enhances France's brand as a negotiator. He can go recruit future clients with the narrative, "I'm the agent who got the Cowboys to pay Dak Prescott $30 million. That's the greatest recruiting pitch since the University of Louisville basketball program opened a strip club inside his dormitories.
Hey.
If Dak were a free agent this offseason, he would have commanded a similar contract as Nick Foles, who signed for an average of $22 million a year. Dak disrespect is a myth. Dak delusion is reality.
Dak disrespect. If that is not disrespecting, I have never in my entire life seen some crap like that. Even with guys like Ryan Leaf that were an absolute positive bust. And it's amazing because you talk about how it messes up the locker room. He ain't messing up the locker room. That's some bullshit that you're making up. Because every player knows, listen, we are here for a short amount of time. Brother, get yours while you can. Take as much as you can off the plate. Because, you know, as Jerry Jones is out here with a $225 million partnership in Arkansas with the Indian Nation to build a casino, Jerry Jones is definitely getting his. And the way you come out with this stuff, I swear that you're in Jerry Jones's pocket trying to turn the world against Dak Prescott. Because what's amazing is, as you put it out there, that, you know, if the team would really like Dak Prescott, they would have gotten him signed. Well, you know what? They didn't exactly offer him $30 million because they thought he was dog crap. And when we're talking about these other quarterbacks, it's amazing how we're not talking about Jared Goff, who came out the same time as Dak Prescott, why the Rams haven't gotten him an extension done. It's only, well, the Cowboys don't like Dak Prescott because, you know, they haven't gotten that deal done. You know, it's amazing how when we start talking about the quarterback getting the credit for winning, that Dak Prescott, we go through and we say things like, well, you can't use quarterbacks' wins as a barometer. You can't? So now we're changing the definition. It's amazing how when you guys come out and say the Eagles, well, they retooled the offense. They got another weapon in Deshaun Jackson. And you say, you know, that's Carson Wentz is ready to go. We don't say things like, you know, Carson Wentz needs people around him to succeed like everybody does. This is the biggest pile of crap that I've ever seen in my life. And Jason Whitlock, you have no credibility in my mind. So you're saying you know more than a Bucky Brooks. You say you know more than a Sean Salisbury. Guys that have been there playing in the NFL. We're supposed to believe you over experts. Is that what I'm supposed to believe? Because I don't recall ever seeing anybody stepping this low to enhance their career. Because that's all you're doing, buddy. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, gave a rat's ass about anything you said until you just started trashing Dak Prescott. So if this gets you up there, buddy, I hope you enjoyed the view up there, knowing what you're doing to another man. I'm Mark Holmes, and I got to get out of here. Just disgusted.